Hello, welcome back to our show. You
just made the blooper reel.
Take two. Hello, I'm Reginald Bullock, and I hope you enjoy the episodes that you might have been watching prior to. And if you haven't, tune in to watch Living Life with me, Reggie B, and
Trey Wilder here. Hope y'all are having a good one. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Reggie, this is a good day. It's a good episode. I feel very positive about this.
You feel positive about this?
I feel very positive about this. I ain't gonna hold you. And look, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm wrong, I apologize. Please forgive me. I think that's a nice little touch off of that. So give me a little.
Well, you know, in the old school, they would say, charge it to the head and not charge it. They say, you know, if I ever missed anybody, if I didn't say your name, well, you know how you go name and you charge it to the head. You know, if I missed you, charge it to the head and not the heart.
You can forget.
So we say some stuff. Forgive us. Please forgive us. Charge it to the head and not the heart. Speaking of forgive, so what does forgive mean in your mind? Because I hear this word used all the time.
See,
especially in the church. So
I think forgive to me is that instant that occurred to you in a negative manner. You have to let it go. Don't let it bother you. Don't forget it though, but it also sounds a little spiteful. So I guess when I think forgive, it's in theory, it should be to forgive and forget. Like you understand the situation, you can move on with your life and call it a day. That's ultimate forgiveness for me. I don't know if I can reach that point though, because it's very hard to forget. It's very hard to forget. Like
I hear you. I'm listening to you talk about the nitrate, man, and to that extent, it just talking about it may conjure up some things that you remember, and all of a sudden you have a flashback, post-traumatic stress, right?
Hey, PTSD,
and you're like, man,
right?
You know, because he said something that was hurtful.
Yeah,
and so therein lies where I think I want to call it a cliche of forgive and forget, right? I don't know who came up with that term, forgive and forget.
I hate it.
It's like every time you get in a situation where one party is talking about their pain,
mm-hmm.
and another party is from the outside in, from the outside looking at you with your pain and telling you to forgive and forget, like that's going to take away the pain.
It's not.
And so I believe, I know you waiting to hear me say what I said last time when I said, you know, F forgiveness, right? But the point is, I believe that the word forgiveness and forget doesn't have a significant impact on your energy and your feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, women, right? You know, I did some research and it told me that women are raped more than what most people are ever aware of.
Yeah, they don't report it. Yeah, oh my gosh.
And so going extreme, you know, do you tell all the women out there who've ever been raped to forgive and forget? Do you tell their brothers and their fathers and uncles who had to go through that journey and that experience of pain with that female for them to forgive and forget? I tell you what, let my daughter call me and tell me somebody did something to her like that and violated her. Now, I will have a very challenging time. Matter of fact, first of all, I'm not forgiving. And I'm never going to forget.
Can't forget.
Because that's what post-traumatic stress disorder is, right? I was in the military. Man, okay, we did a lot of bad things in the military and other people did bad things to us in the military. Are we supposed to forgive and forget that stuff? No, right? And so you can't. You know, I mean, I've been called the N-word so many times.
Mm-hmm.
So here's how I've grown to learn how to handle it. Mm-hmm. First of all, forgiveness to me is just a word, right?
I heard it. It's just a word.
It's just a word to me. And forget, I mean, unless somehow, you know, I was so traumatically hurt that I forgot, that's forgetting. Mm-hmm. But I can't intentionally forget something.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so how am I going to intentionally forget? getting punched in the face and stabbed and shot.
There's
all
no
that
way.
stuff.
Oh my God, yo, if something, no.
And so the point is that the way I handle it now at my age is I am in control of my brain.
Yep.
I have the ability to make choices of yes and no and how I receive things.
Mhm.
And so I can receive a racist person and look at them and feel bad about it. Like, you know what? That's so sad that you're so ignorant. I mean, your mom and your dad and your family raised you to hate me simply because of the color of my skin. That means that you are actually not as smart as you think you are because this is your mindset and you don't have control over your own mind. You've allowed everybody else to control your mind to the point that you don't control it.
Yeah.
And so everything that you're saying to me is not just from you. You're just a pathway for everybody else to channel through you to call me a name. Right? Now, there's that on many scales, right? People say mean things to other people.
Mm-hmm.
But how you receive them is your choice. And are you in control of your own brain? Or are you allowing that person saying something to you to be in control over your brain? Because whoever is in control of your brain operates the body.
Mm-hmm. Now, you say controlling the brain, right? And there was something that I was reading, you always hear if you can't forgive and forget, like, then, someone is living rent free in your head.
I never heard that, but it does sound
like that.
That's a reality.
So then by going off that standard and off that statement, is it like, can we say F forgiveness? Because again, if you can't forgive them and forget it, then like they have power over you. Like that's the word around the street.
So can we say F forgiveness? I believe that any human being can say anything they want.
Not can't. Should we? Should we? Because it sounds like if you're giving someone power because you can't forgive and forget, then do you want to give them power? For example, like I know I have, like I've told you about things I'm going through. So like I don't think I'm giving these people power if I can't forgive and forget. But I also know too they are relevant because I can't forgive and forget. So I mean, how do you like same with Travis? Like Travis, well, he apparently forgave Hunter. At least had the conversation, so it seems like he forgave us.
All right. So to that end, I think that we put too much energy into focusing on everybody else and not enough energy
On ourselves.
into healing ourselves.
That's a bar. Okay.
And so, regardless of what anybody else say, think, or feel about me, right? Their feelings have no impact on me unless I allow it to happen.
Okay. Okay.
No matter what you say, think, or feel. I mean, we scream and yell at the television in the middle of a basketball game. You probably do.
All the time.
Right? And does the person hear you?
I hope so, but no.
Right. So that's your energy that you're controlling to allow your anxiety and stress level to go way up in the air and the sweat and to lose your voice and your heart rate go up just because of an electronic device showing a picture. And then you have all this energy that you want to channel at this electronic device. Now, how does that electronic device receive your energy?
The same way it shows me my problems.
So that's the same way you can receive anybody else's energy. Just look at every human being out there.
But see, the TV is an inanimate object, so it don't have those emotions.
No, but the people on the TV do. You ever watch a movie and cry?
Yeah.
You ever watch a movie and get scared?
Very, very few.
I get it, but you ever watch a movie and have some sort of emotional impact, right? I is still an inanimate object, but you had that experience from watching that. The point is, how do you train your brain to go to such a higher level that everybody is, I don't want to minimalize human beings, but let's just say they're just human beings. They're just human beings.
No, that's true.
And so, it's like watching any animal in a zoo. Right? We're animals.
Facts.
Living in a big zoo.
Facts.
So if a person presents themselves to you, as long as they don't touch you, that's different, right? Because now they've aggressed upon you and you got to defend yourself, right? Survival of the fittest. But if they're just communicating all kinds of stuff, you can choose to get mad or not. You can choose to understand the magnitude of what they're saying and who's saying it and recognize they're ignorant or inexperienced or have not been trained, have not been educated, or cultural differences. You can respect the cultural differences. I mean, years ago, pygmies, they did cannibalism, right? Eating people. Some societies say that's wrong. Other societies say we gotta eat.
Survival of the fittest.
I mean, and so the point is cultures, right?
Yep.
In Saudi Arabia, I lived over there, and whatever was the offending thing that created a felony was getting cut off. Yes.
Hey, yo, what?
If you,
I didn't know
if you murdered somebody or did something like that, you get your head cut.
Oh man, I'm not too mad.
And if you stole something, you get your right hand cut.
That's tough.
And the rest. So the point is culture.
Yeah.
Right. So the forgive and forget piece is sometimes a clash between cultures.
I think one thing though you can appreciate, even if it's a clash between cultures, and you correct me if I'm wrong because you've been more around the world than I have. I think one could appreciate effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I do something and I'm in your culture and I'm wrong for that, if I'm genuinely saying, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry," and I'm trying to make up for it, cool, I can work with that. If you're constantly doing this though, and it's the same stuff over and over, I don't really believe you. Yeah, I don't believe you're really forgiveful. So you're not really forgiving me.
Right. No, I agree with you. But that's why I said forgiveness is a term, it's a word. And what's the impact on my energy once it says, Trey, I forgive you. So I feel good for the moment.
Right.
And I forgive you. And I feel so good. Right. But then, I could be watching something and it triggered that damn Trey. Or shit. Right? So did I really forgive you? Right? And therefore, to that extent, I'd say the energy should be put into trying to control your own energy.
Yeah.
When you have full control, it's hard to have full control, but when you have control of your energy, then you have choice of how you respond.
Yeah. But I think that about closes off the show. We apologize for having to end it though. See what we did there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Carol Burnett, you know who she is?
I don't actually.
Of course not, man. She old enough to be your great-great-grandmother.
That might be.
She was a comedian, and at the end of her show, she would say something to the tune of, "I'm so glad we had this time together, just to laugh and sing a song or two. And before you know it, comes the time you have to say so long." Anyway, they made a whole thing that every time they closed the show, that there was that jingle, and the cast would come together and sing that.
That's funny.
So we got to figure out what we're going to use to close the show.
Might try to do that. Might try to come up with a little jingle.
What do you say for your Get a Bucket show?
Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. This is Reggie. We're the host of Just Living Life. So hope you all had a good one and take care.